chose working in real estate because I love working with people and I love being an expert in my field. I'm that person who has to know everything about everything. I will not rest until I know all the answers. God bless my first broker in charge. I remember when I had a question, I'd come to him and ask everything. I had to know every possible outcome of every scenario before I tackled something. He was so patient with me, and asking all those questions led me to be incredibly knowledgeable. So now when a situation comes up, I've been doing this 17 years now, most of the time I know the answer, and I've been blessed in my career to be able to pass that knowledge on to other agents. One of my favorite stories in real estate isn't about the money I saved. It's about how doing the right thing, helping your client and putting them in the right home, helped change the trajectory of their entire family. So I had one client, it was near the beginning of my career years and years ago. And they're like, Katharine, we found this new construction home. We want to build it. It's going to be great. I'm like, all right, let's go see it. So I went out to see it. This lot was in a ditch. And when I say it was in a ditch, you could have paved the front for a ski slope. You know, maybe a skateboard ramp. It had a road running behind it. And I looked at them and said, well, what do you like so much about this home site? And they said, it's a great deal. They're taking $20,000 off the price. I'm like, what if I could get you a better home site for the same amount of money? Would you like that? They're like, yeah. So I went in and I started negotiating. I was able to get them a better home site, a flatter home site, a home site that didn't have a road behind it, a home site that didn't have the grade of a runaway truck ramp in the mountains. They didn't know to ask that question because the lot didn't have a final grade. They didn't know they needed to ask, what's the slope of my driveway gonna look like? As somebody who worked in new home construction and has several years in this industry, that's a question I know to ask. So I asked the builder, found out the grade of this driveway was gonna be incredibly steep, and said, let's find a better option that's gonna give you a more usable driveway and maybe a better resale experience. So I was able to save them the money, put them on a better home site. And one of the most rewarding spots in my entire career is when this client called me and said, Katharine, I'm so glad that you told us to buy this house. We have a ton of equity in this house, and we just pulled some of our equity out to send our son to college. Their son was the first person in their entire family to ever go to college. That's what we do as realtors. We put people in the right home. We try to protect their investment. We try to do everything we can. Like, we can't control the market, of course, but if we check the right boxes and do our due diligence, we try to give our clients the best chance that we can to build equity, to build personal wealth. And in this case, because we helped put them in the right home, they were able to send their son to college. First person in their entire family to go to college. That kind of change in someone's life changes the entire trajectory of a family, right? It can change generations after that house that I helped them find. What we do is way bigger than houses, and I'm proud of being a realtor.